Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday, June 3rd when you're listening. It is a very important day. You guys want to know why it's a very important day?
Because it's birthday.
Hell yeah, it is. It's my birthday. Woo!
We did your birthday pod, though, so...
Oh, you did? Oh, God.
No, I said we did it already.
Yes, you did it last year. Good. That's good.
So this year you just get regular insults.
I'm not going to lie. I was afraid you guys were going to get a hold of all my coworkers and family and do all that. So.
Maybe for your 40th, if this is still going on and we're paid to do it.
I don't want to think about being 40. Anyway, this is Baseball and Whatever. There's Greg. There's Vinny. Happy June. Happy Pride Month if you're celebrating. We are here, Baseball and Whatever, episode 57, if I'm not mistaken. That's right? We are going to talk Cubs baseball. We are going to talk Sox baseball. I can't wait to get to Sox baseball. To hear
Why? Why do we have to talk
say.
About that? There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
Greg, it's so...
Skip. Pass.
No. So we'll talk about that. And then Ray Liotta passed away last week, so I believe it was Vinny that came up with this topic. To talk about our top 5 gangster movies. So we are going to talk about that once we get to our whatever segment halfway through the show. If this is your first time listening, thank you. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/baseball and whatever. Tweet us at baseball and what. Twitch.tv/baseball and whatever. We are live there right now. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/baseball and whatever. We're live there as well. And email us at baseballandwhatever@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram at baseball and whatever. We also have the illustrious text line / voicemail line, which we'll get to in a little bit. That is 1-913-808-3278. That number again is 1-913-808-3278. Or I totally messed that up.
Yeah, we're live too.
Or fart. There we go. Okay, thank you.
Good save.
Good save. Well done. But yeah, so we are going to talk about that. This episode 57. So first, though, we will recap and recount any famous 57s in Chicago sports, because that's where we're based out of. The only one I can think of for the Hawks, I believe 57 was Ben Smith at one point.
Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I don't have my list up yet.
Ben
Smith?
All right.
Okay,
Heard the bell.
Right.
Heard the bell.
Heard the bell. Very faintly. Heard it. All right. So we got Ben Smith. Maybe also Carl Stewart? No? All right. Wow. Ooh, that's a
on
deep
a roll.
And that's all. What do you got, Vinny?
Carl Stewart was the first person to actually wear 57.
Look at that.
Kudos to you, Justin.
He, from what I remember, he was like my height, like 5'7", 5'8", and would just run into people. And that was about it. So, yeah. Good. Was there any other Blackhawks? I think that's pretty much it, right?
There were 3 more. Trevor Van Riemsdyk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Trevor. Yeah. Okay.
Tommy Wingles.
Oh, yeah. He only was on the team for like 1 year. Yeah.
Yes. 2018. And then Anton Wedden. Sorry, my eyes are awful.
Oh, I have no idea. That one I don't know.
EIN 2020.
I know. It might be a rookie, I'm guessing.
Okay.
So, yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
Nice
Cubs. I can't think of any Cubs. Can you think of any Cubs, Greg?
I've got just a slew of relief pitchers for the Cubs and Sox. So I'll kick it off with the Cubs. And you know both these guys, Justin.
I do? Okay.
You probably Vinny does too. Antonio Alfonseca.
Oh, the guy with 6 fingers. Yeah, he had 6 fingers. Yeah.
He was also really good a few times and really bad most of the time, I believe. So
yeah, I think it was that extra finger that did him in.
I think Fernando Rodney also wore 57 because he couldn't wear 56, which was his usual number. That was that 1 year. Was that the World Series year? That was the World Series year, right? 16? Or the year before?
15.
15.
It's 2015, the year before. Right. For the what? That's all I have for the Cubs. Did you have any more, Vinny?
Yes, I do. Scott Efros is currently wearing it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Gushu. He wore it in 21. James Norwood failed.
Oh, yeah.
He's now, I think he's with Pittsburgh now, and he likes to shove against the Cubs every time he pitches. Zach Putnam, 2013.
Okay.
Zach Putnam was a Cub? I have him on the White Sox. That was one of my 57 for the White Sox.
Yeah, I am on the Cubs.
That's amazing.
Chad Gudan.
Oh, Chad Gaudin. Yeah.
Yes, I remember him.
Gaudin?
He was a redhead, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Sam Fold. Gotta love
I
Sam
love
Fold.
Sam Fold. Yeah.
He's gonna
Manager
be a manager
now,
one day.
right?
Yeah. I don't know if he's managing. He's probably going to be. He's an analytics coach right now with the Phillies, maybe. That could be BS, but
that sounds about right. About right.
Rocky Cherry, you guys remember him?
Yes, he was the one that made him carry around like the kid's backpack because he was a rookie or something.
Yeah,
I want to say. Yeah,
okay.
That was him.
Let's see. Nobody else I recognize, but in 1956 to 1957, Vito oh God, I'm butchering this, but it's a very Italian sounding.
Probably be a character in a movie we'll bring up later.
Yeah, probably.
I was going to say, that's why I'm bringing it up. But he wore it from 1956. I can't even say it. I also can't see it either.
V.
Valentinetti or something like that. He wore it from 1956 to 1957, and then the number wasn't worn again until 1955. It was like
that's amazing.
Like pseudo retired by the Cubs. No one wanted to wear it. Maybe the guy was bad or something like that.
I was like, do you know why he wore that number? That's how many people he probably killed.
Oh, God.
Those are the ones that they only knew about, Greg.
Right, the ones. Right, exactly. There isn't a jersey number that will hold that real number. So,
right.
Jesus.
Would you have any more Cubs, Vinny?
That was it.
Okay.
For the White Sox, I had Zach Putnam, longtime 57. Boone Logan,
yes,
was a 57. Jace Fry, who I thought was really going to be awesome, but never panned out. Had amazing stuff. Left-handed pitcher, just couldn't put it together and became a complete waste. And then our guy Tanner Banks, wearing it now. Nice little comeback story. Guy making a team in his 30s. That whole thing. So yeah, those are my 57s for the White Sox. I can't think of any more. We're getting to that point where it's
getting really hard.
Where it's getting shaky. Yeah. So
next week being 58, I don't know what the hell. I got nothing on 58. So that'll take.
I think I got a 58 right now, but yeah, it's tough.
Jeez.
Any more, Vinny?
Yes. I think just one more. Tony Pena.
Relief pitcher. Yeah.
That was about it.
Juan Marinas, I think.
Who?
Juan Marinas or Jan Marinas, however he spelled his name. He was a relief pitcher for like 1 year, I think was 57. Or he might have been a 58.
Good job,
okay. Was there? Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, he also had good stuff that never really worked out. Shame.
Yes, he spelled his first name Jhan.
That's right. That's how it was. But it was pronounced like...
I was looking for when he said Juan. I'm like, J-U.
He pronounced it like Juan, though. It was weird. It's just a typo or something. So. Your name
Johnson,
is a mistake.
98.
Catcher, that was... He, I think, changed his number later on, but yeah, he was a long-time catcher. Maybe he just stuck with 57. I thought he was 20-something, but I can't remember now. But yeah, Mark Johnson, remember him? Hockey-style mask. So
okay, that was about it. That's it for the.
That's it. Yeah, like I said, these lists are getting
smaller and smaller. I can't think of any Bulls. I can't think of any.
Nobody for the Bulls.
Okay.
I got one for the Bears, unless you want to take it, Vinny.
For the Bears.
Yeah.
What you got?
I have Olin Kreutz.
Oh.
Olin Kreutz.
You better be careful. I feel like if you say his name 3 times, he shows up and punches you in the jaw. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Also, John Bostic, linebacker.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
57. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yes, I
think he found some success with
elsewhere right now.
He's with where? Is it Washington? Washington, that's right. Yeah. He's still playing, I think. Or he was. Yeah. Mild success, maybe. Yeah, I can't think of any other 57s.
Okay. There's a big one from the 85 Bears team currently doing play-by-play.
Doing play-by-play?
Tom Thayer?
Good job.
Yeah, all right. 57. There we go.
After that, oh, geez. currently it's Christian Jones.
Okay.
Before him, it was Kevin Pierre-Louis.
Oh yeah. Special teamer, right?
Yeah.
If that's practice squad.
Yep. Nothing much. In 73 to 78, Don Rives, Rives.
Okay.
And then from 79 to 81, Lee Kunz. Or Kunz. K-U-N-Z.
K-U-N-Z. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get in trouble with that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm not
you gotta
gonna
be careful with that one. Well,
I had one more for you, Justin.
What do you
Since
got?
The Flames are out of it. I was gonna give you 57s from your Avalanche. I got two guys more recently.
Okay.
From 17 to 19, Gabriel Bork, left wing.
No.
Okay.
No.
And then in 2007, George Peros, a right winger.
Yes, George Peros, enforcer. I believe he was a Princeton graduate. So he was one of those smart guys that beat the hell out of people because he wasn't fast enough. Started his own hockey clothing line called Violent Gentleman. I know I own a couple of their things. It's one of my track jacket I have is a VGHC track jacket. And then he went from doing that, left that company after he started it up, and now he is the head of player safety for the NHL. Which you couldn't write that better. Yeah, the goon that beat the hell out of people for a living is now the head of player safety.
He would know.
Whether or not he does that great of a job at that,
they don't look too safe out there. So
no, not really, not really. So that's good pull, Greg. Very good pull.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that does it there. I do not believe we have any texts, but do we want to save Greg's voicemail for when we get to the White Sox stuff, since it's White Sox primarily, or do you want to save it for next week when I can edit it? What would you guys prefer?
We can. I'll play it during the White Sox.
All right. It's a doozy. I was at work during my lunch break, and I saw that come in, and I listened to it, and I just spent the whole lunch break laughing. So I apologize that I was laughing at you, Greg, not with you on that one. I apologize. But
okay.
We'll get to that in a second. But before we do that, we have plenty of hot takes in Greg's Hot Takes, so let's do that next.
Greg's Hot Takes.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on.
Hell yeah.
All right. Want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
I wanted to get two quick things out of the way first. Made a sale to Greg Stop, Justin. Game called Course that you could not get into. Why could you not get into that game?
I honestly don't know. It's a space sci-fi game where you fly around and shoot stuff in a spaceship, which seems right up my alley.
Yes, it does. I'm wondering why. That's what's concerning. I'm like, this is a very Justin game.
My Boba Fett thing back here, but the Blackhawks jersey that used to be behind me fell off the wall, broke the Boba Fett thing. I swept up all the glass right before we did the show, and then I grabbed something to stick behind me so it wasn't just a blank light blue wall. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. I just couldn't get into it. I've been playing a lot of other stuff, and I was just going to trade it in because I know I'm not going to end up going back to it. So you were lucky enough to take it off my hands for $12. Yeah.
I hope the cardboard casing around it's still perfectly intact.
Thankfully, for my sake, it did not come with one, so we're in good shape there. We're in very good shape there.
Any reaction from you from Sony State of Play? I know they did a brief thing this afternoon. Couple PSVR 2 capable games, Horizon and whatchamacallit. Let's see. We have. I
believe that's one of Vinny's friends, right?
One large sausage pizza, please. Will that be all?
I believe
we'll
so.
wait for him to respond.
So.
Any reaction to that? No cardboard.
We're getting lots of comments on it. This is awesome.
I know.
Yes, no, there should be no cardboard boxes around video games. I am right there with glucosamine chondroitin. It's
I don't know.
A crime against man.
I don't know.
But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Did you have any thoughts about State of Play? I just thought it was just okay. A little bit of PSVR 2. I know you're not really thinking about that too much, are you?
Who? Are you talking to me or Vinny?
I'm talking to you, Justin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
Do
said
you know
Vinny.
what I'm talking about?
No, I'm stepping on glass as we speak right now. I apologize.
Are you listening to me?
No, I am not. I did not catch most of it. I got home late, and then we went to Menards to buy some stuff. We're doing a little home project here in the kitchen coming up. But I did not see most of it, but I did see the Resident Evil 4 remake trailer, which I'm not big on Resident Evil 4, but that looks really good. So I will definitely give that a shot. For sure. So
Seymour Butts available. Seymour Butts is always available, Zach. Always available. There's Seymour Butts here.
You say enough to Vinny. Vinny will drop trout for you. But no, yeah, that was about all I saw. I did not get a catch to see much else. But I'm the PSVR 2 I probably won't go with because the PSVR 1 is still sitting about
collecting
15 feet from me collecting dust. So it's fun, but I can only play that now for like about 20-25 minutes at a time before I start to get dizzy. I don't know if this is a side effect of being middle 30s now, maybe. I don't know.
It's a combination of a lot of things. Parenthood.
It is. Parenthood, lack of sleep.
Yeah, working.
Going on about 4.5 hours of sleep today. So,
exactly.
But yeah, so no, I'm excited. I'll check it out though for sure. I'll check out some of the stuff. I got to rewatch that and see what else popped up. But yeah, was there anything that caught your attention?
No, not really. Just wanted to hear your reaction. I was just like, okay.
I love
PSVR 2.
I love that my other
being old will
brother-in-law. Yeah, Jake is not old as me, but thank you, Vinny. Yeah, to be 35 tomorrow. Whoops. Oh, that's gonna.
All right, here's a question for you guys in the chat now. I guess we can say that.
I know we have like quite a few people watching right now. It's kind of cool.
All right, chime in, chat. Here we go. And you guys, how many leagues is like too much fantasy football? Is it more than one? Is more than one league too much fantasy?
More
football?
Than one.
I was in 5 last year.
Good Lord,
that's a lot.
5 is
a lot,
and
Greg.
I missed the playoffs in one of the leagues, and it was a paid league. I was pretty pissed about that, and it was just too much. It was just way too much to manage. So maybe not more than one, maybe more than 2. What do you guys think? Chime in on this.
I think more
Vinny,
than
go
2.
ahead.
I was going to say more than 2. I've done 3, and that's pushing it. But yeah, I would say 2 is probably the sweet spot. I know like the people are degenerate gamblers do like probably 10. So
yeah. Never played fantasy football. Glucose is a mystery. He
is. I appreciate that. I was used to be in 2. Zach says anything more than 2 as well.
Okay.
But I'll be honest, I've cut it down to the 1 that we do with, you guys and your dad, Vinny, that he runs. And even then, if if I feel bad, if I'm out of it by like the second or third week, I kind of tap out pretty early. I'm not gonna lie.
I noticed that last year, Jason.
Well, then the 1 year I forgot to do the draft and my team was awful, and I'm like, I don't even know if it's worth going forward with this. But I don't know. 1 is good for me. 2 tops. I also was really big into fantasy baseball in college and did like 2 or 3 fantasy baseball leagues at a time, which that is a disaster because I don't have the attention span to do that. And actually, my brother-in-law Jake in the chat. I got him into a fantasy baseball league that I was in college with somebody I was in college with. I haven't talked to the guy in probably 6-7 years, but Jake got into the league because we needed a guy, and Jake stayed in the league for like another 7 or 8 years after I left it.
That's amazing.
And I believe that's who Glucose is. We never put
We have a
together.
reveal.
We have a
Zach
reveal. We never knew that was Zach. That's the Zach that writes in all the time. Not to be confused with the other Zach asking if we want to see more butts on a sausage pizza. But I don't know. I don't have the attention span anymore. I just don't have time for more than 1. Time is
the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do all that stuff and do the research to actually be competitive anymore.
No. And then when I see people like your sister Vinny and your wife Greg win week after week, and they had Devin Hester on their team for the longest amount of time, it really demoralizes me to the point where I don't want to do my team anymore.
And they're just following the Yahoo advice.
Yeah, that's all they're doing.
Working for them, and I'm trying to go against it because I think they're wrong. But it turned out I lose then. So. Yeah, I don't know. I think I got to really tone it down this year. Not as many paid leagues because they just keep forming.
I'm too cheap for that now.
And it's getting really expensive, and it's kind of with all the injuries, it's a lot to keep up on.
Oh yeah,
because last year was probably like the year I really stopped giving a shit about fantasy football towards the end right there.
Yeah,
so.
I totally get that. Totally get that. But yeah, so there you go.
Justin, what's going on with? Go ahead.
Oh man! All right. Well, I know he's. My parents are in because they watched Maddie today while we were at work, and my birthday is tomorrow, so they came in to celebrate their oldest child turning 35. Their best child, might I say, because I know my sister's not watching this. But anyway, and so we were watching the Cubs game yesterday, as one does in our family, because we're Cubs fans. And my dad was sitting there watching it. And now keep in mind, he is hockey. Like, that's our thing. He and I, my whole family, we love hockey because we all. Oh, Jake says my sister's been sleeping since 8:45. Yeah, that's. Anyway, that checks out. But anyway, so we're watching the Cubs game. They go to extra innings, and I said, Dad, I know you're not really the biggest baseball guy. They have a runner start on second now. His jaw hit the floor. I believe his exact words were, "That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen." Or something along those lines. And I go, why are you so upset about baseball? You don't even watch baseball.
Oh, I wish I was there to hear that.
Why are they putting a guy at second? That defeats the whole purpose. You got to play the game, and you keep going till you win. You don't get a freebie and put someone at second. And I said, well, people don't want to sit around for hours upon hours, and baseball's trying to shorten the game. Well, that's too damn bad. And he got all worked up about this. I've never seen him get so anxious about it.
You sure he's not like a secret closet?
Maybe he's like a closet baseball fan, and
because he sure sounds like one.
So then he goes, well, he doesn't know anything about golf either, besides us going to the driving range as kids. Well, that'd be like if you go to the golf course and you just go, straight to the putting green. And I go, well, yeah, that's called mini golf. He goes, you can't do that. And that'd be like if we went to play hockey, and if we went to overtime and then a shootout, and you tied the goalie's hand behind his back. What kind of bush league is this? And he was so upset. Even today, he's like, "You guys gonna be live? Because I want to know what Greg and Vinny think about this extra inning crap." And I go, "Yeah, it's a done deal. It's not changing anytime soon." But he was so worked up about it. I've never seen him get so worked up about baseball.
That's great.
Yeah,
that is fantastic, and I love those comps too. And I could get on board with that. But isn't that going away? Didn't they get rid of that?
I believe that's going after next season. I believe that's going away. Yes.
Yeah, it's going away. So it's not here forever. But
so, and then he also, I know if anyone's been listening for a long time, he has been asking me for probably 2 years now when Top Gun Maverick has been coming out. That's a recent callback.
I like how he asked you.
He asked me, the guy that only saw Top Gun 1 once at like age 9 and doesn't really care too much about it. Anyway, so I saw, I go, Dad, Vince agrees. The runner on second is bad. So your dad and my dad completely agree.
Hey, everybody, an old man's talking.
But so a commercial came up during the Cubs game. This might have been before or after the runner on second debacle. I don't know. It's all a blur at this point. But anyway, I hope you're happy. I go, Top Gun. Like, I heard it was the end all be all of all movies. Tom Cruise is our Lord and Savior apparently, because this movie was just excellent. Everyone's raving about it. You got to go see it. And I go, so yeah, I guess you can go. I know he was going to go like next week or whatever. And my mom's got this goofy look on her face, and she goes, we already went and saw it. And I'm like, well, and she goes, your father was like, well, we don't have to go. If you don't want to go, we don't have to see it. But, he really wanted to see it, because he keeps asking about it. Mm-hmm. And they both agreed it was like the best movie they've seen in years. They absolutely loved it.
Wow.
So,
okay.
I will admit part of me wants to see it because everyone I talk to says it's great. I know it's coming to Paramount Plus in like 40 days, so I will probably wait because I don't care enough about
I haven't even seen any of the reviews for it.
They're all good. Everything is great. Okay. Everything is great. So, like Tom Cruise as a person, complete scumbag. Don't really like it. Don't really like him, but I do. He's a good actor. I'll give him that. So, Zach writes in the chat, spoiler alert, Goose makes a comeback. They did mention that the whole zombie thing that they wrote into the story didn't really fit, but apparently Goose could still fly a plane even with his neck half missing. But Spoiler alert for the first movie, I guess. So
right, yeah.
30 years late on that. 35 years late on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they were both amped up about that, and they were both very amped, or I should say my dad was very amped up about runners on second.
Well, I disagree.
You know what?
On second, I personally like it. I think it's a good
just want it to get over with at that point.
For the regular season, I think it's perfectly fine. There's no reason to be, well, the Cubs went 13 innings or what was it?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so they went deep. There's no reason to go past that during the regular season and waste arms.
Waste your pitcher's arms, yeah.
Yep. Exactly. I think it's perfectly fine. It adds excitement, and it adds excitement too. You're not going up and down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Later innings when you're just like, okay, get it over with. There's no end in sight. It's good to have that runner there. They still have to drive them in. It's not like they're giving them a run. Right. They're not putting them on third. They're putting them on second. You still have to drive them in. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it. They had 9 innings to do it before. Get it done. Now's your chance to get it done, and both teams have a chance to score a run and extend the game or win the game. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it. I think it's fine. We should have left it in.
Yeah, I mean, his thing was he hates the shootout in hockey, and I do too. I absolutely hate that because to me that's not hockey. But so he kind of equated it to that a little bit, which I can kind of see. But granted, hockey's and baseball are different. Where baseball, your pitchers only have so many bullets in their arms, and you don't want to waste them. So I can kind of get that. But yeah, his the end of the argument was, well, I like hockey more, and I said yes, so do I. But we are on a baseball podcast, so there's not much else I can do about that. So, but yeah, so that was Scott's hot takes this week.
So. I love it.
Yeah,
you should send in a voicemail.
Oh god, I was gonna say I guarantee you we could have him write in with something that's upsetting him each week. He's now that he's 60, he's approaching that. He's approaching the "Hey everybody, an old man's talking" range.
Well, I love the passion for Top Gun and for Runners on Second. I think that's great.
Jake also writes in the chat. He says, "I'd rather see it start after 12 innings. Highly dislike when it starts right at the 10th inning." So, yeah. And
I just hate baseball in general. Right now, so I don't really know what I'm doing here, but that's just my opinion at the current moment. So.
And Zach writes in, says he hasn't seen Top Gun, but he loves Hot Shots, or he's watched Hot Shots a lot, which I know that was a big 80s movie as well. So the only other hot take, and I don't even think this is a hot take, but Obi-Wan so far. We did not talk about that because we did not watch it yet last week. Those 3 episodes, I mean, we don't want to get too spoilery here, but they are amazing. And if you were a Star Wars fan, and if you're our age, which you remember the prequels, and as a kid you enjoyed them, but as an adult you realize they were not that great, like we talked about, was that last week's episode?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these redeem Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. The fact that they got James Earl Jones to do the voice of Darth Vader again, even at like age 91, 92 now.
Yep.
And this isn't much of a spoiler, but this is the first time we really see Darth Vader as a complete jerk. Like he is an evil human being in that 3rd episode.
We finally get to see him full power, full dark side.
Like he's unredeemable. Like in Rogue One, you just saw him come through and he's attacking the rebels, which I get that. They're at war. But this, like, just the body count of innocent people that he just does not care was awesome. So I am very excited to see where it goes. There's a few little nitpicky things here and there. But overall, great episode. And I will say, I love the little girl that plays Leia. I think she is I think she's doing a great job. I think she totally nails what we imagined Princess Leia would be as a kid. And also the other thing I'm going to say, all the dicks that are writing in saying they don't like that one of the main bad guys is an African American.
Yeah, Moses is her name Moses.
She's doing an incredible job, and you have all these assholes saying, "Well, no, I want it to be a white bad guy," or I don't know what the argument is. And I love Star Wars came out and said this whole product is 20 million different types of aliens. If you don't like it, don't watch. Like that's
exactly.
I couldn't believe there were people that I saw some of the message that people were sending her like death threats and stuff because she's playing a Star Wars villain.
Right. Her character is really interesting. I can't wait to see where it goes. But yeah, that's just there's no place for that.
It's just people being assholes.
Awful. Yeah.
But I'm very excited to see there's going to be some type of arc, and I don't know if they're going to do the whole standard, she's going to have some redeeming quality and she's going to flip. I almost hope they don't do that because it happens all the time. Yeah. But if you have not watched Obi-Wan and you are a Star Wars fan, do so immediately.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's so good.
Yeah, I
and I know there's a lot of, I know it's Star Wars, there's a lot of hate for it online, or you see it on Twitter where there's people, really nitpicking, they don't like this, they don't like that. There's plenty of Star Wars I hate, so I don't want to sound like a hypocrite here.
Me too.
Me personally, I have no problem with anything I've seen so far in this series. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I am all.
I would go so far as to say this is like right up there with Mandalorian so far.
Oh, I think
it's above Boba Fett.
Without a doubt for me.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. It's.
And it's so weird because it's the story. See, with Mandalorian, it's like we don't know what's going to happen. That's a story we don't know.
Where the Obi-Wan thing is going.
We know what this is. This is like a spoiler for us.
Yeah.
We're just eating it all up because it's almost like closure for the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
It's just epilogue that's just existing in this time zone right now. That just, even just watching it, you get like, you feel like the chills and the anxiety of, the confrontations and everything. I'm like, it's almost like it's not really happening, but it is. I'm actually seeing this. These guys are back after so long. I mean, I think the whole gap. I mean, the fact that it's been since 2005.
Yeah,
since we've
had a chance to run through those.
It's just been phenomenal, and I'm just giddy every moment of it. So
well, the reason I think that's better than the Mandalorian, it's quicker. They have to be quicker in it.
It's moving.
Like there would have been one entire episode of them flying in a ship.
And then walking through the desert on that mining planet.
Exactly. Like they would have drawn it out, and that's my only real complaint is, but they're making a longer series. But yeah, I think that's why I like Obi-Wan better than the Mandalorian is the story's a quicker. It's condensed, so they have to. But it's not moving too fast. I don't think. I think
it's moving at a perfect pace right now.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
especially when we only got 6 episodes of it too, so
it's going to run quick. Supposedly, though, they talked about that the cast liked doing it so much they might come up with a second season.
I did hear that.
We'll see.
I'm in.
We'll see. All right, well, before we get to the baseball talk, oh boy, we would like to thank our new partner, In the Clutch, for joining us here on Baseball and Whatever. In the Clutch is an awesome sports apparel company that is known for their licensed MLB, Negro League, and MLS apparel, along with great shirts to rep your favorite retro hockey, retro baseball, and retro football teams. Even better, if you head to intheclutch.com right now at checkout, use promo code baseball, and we have our own promo code. You get 10% off your order. And we might get a little kickback from that. So if you are looking for some licensed baseball or soccer or football or hockey t-shirts, go to intheclutch.com, use promo code baseball and at checkout, and get 10% off. So thank you very much to In the Clutch. You will not be disappointed. So thanks again to them. Vinny, let's dive into the baseball talk.
Baseball.
Welcome back to Major League Baseball. Sort of.
Taking a look at Chicago's 2 favorite teams and other happenings around the MLB.
All right, we are going to start with the White Sox, which, their record is not too far off from the Cubs at this point, which is just very exciting for anybody, I guess. Not exciting for Sox fans. I apologize.
Not exciting for me, I'll tell you that.
I take that back.
Don't
Sorry,
look at me.
But we are going to start off. Where do we want to start off? Vinny, I know you got some trivia for him, and we also have Greg's voicemail from the lineup today. What do we want to start with?
Greg, I'll let you choose.
Greg, what do you want to start with?
You play if you guys want to listen to the voicemail. I know Vinny's got trivia. You guys start off.
All right, so we'll start with the voicemail. If you are new to the show, Greg occasionally calls into the voicemail line and lets a stream of consciousness come out during the game or pregame or postgame, depending on what he is feeling. Usually I censor these just because I find it hilarious, but I did not have time. But you can sense the anger and darkness that is growing.
Like Darth Vader.
I'm Darth Vader. I'm looking at Obi-Wan Kenobi right now. That's how I felt looking at that lineup right
now. Who's Tony La Russa then?
Tony La Russa is a guy who needs to be stabbed with a lightsaber immediately.
Geez.
So,
all right. So here is, I believe it's 2 minutes and 56 seconds of Greg discussing.
It was that long?
Yes, it was. So hang with us if you want to hear Greg get really upset. Vinny, go ahead.
Sorry, kids.
Tony La Russa is horse shit. This is the White Sox lineup for this afternoon's game. Just listen to this fucking ass bullshit. All right. Leary Garcia, hold on. Bring my computer here. Fuck. Leary Garcia is leading off. He's playing shortstop. Leading off. This guy's got a 183 average and a 194 OBP on the season. So that's
not good.
Oh, man, right there. That's a guy who should be in fucking single A right now. Luis Roberts hitting second and center, that's fine. He's good. That's normal. Then we go to your 3-hitter, who's probably the worst player in baseball right now. Yoan Moncada playing third is your number 3 hitter. Batting 131. He's got a 172 on base for the season. There's a guy who the one good thing he's supposed to do is get on base. Can't even fucking do that because he's terrible. OPS left the school. That's your 3-hitter.
That's not good.
That's trying to win the World Series. Jose Abreu's cleaning up. That's fine. He's been on fire last 7 games, hitting 458, 567 OBP, slugging over 800. That's fine. Then you go to your 5-hitter. Gavin Sheets playing right field. Can't play right field. Fucking sucks. That's 7, 208, 296 OBP. That's terrible. Slugging 250. That's really fucking terrible for your number 5.
That's a special kind of bad.
Can't do that. Then you got Yasmani catching, batting 6. He's terrible. His average has
I'm sensing a trend here, Greg.
0. Is his average negative his last 7 games? Probably. He can't fucking hit. Then you have a good hitter batting 7th in Andrew Vaughn. 300, 313.
So why is he batting 7th?
Last couple weeks.
I don't know.
No. Tony La Russa, once again, bats him lower in the lineup. Has him hitting fucking 7th in the lineup. Then you got Reese McGuire DHing. That is just a complete lick of a dog's asshole right
I've
there.
I've never heard that expression before, Greg.
Terrible. It's 9th. So another fucking lovely-ass lineup from Tony La Russa. It's an old sack piece of shit. White Sox, who gives a shit? They're no fun. Fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck the White Sox. Thank you.
Such a respectful young man at the end by saying thank you.
Still a man who has manners. So I was
apparently.
Brought up,
you know, Jake, while we were listening to that, Jake in the chat said, "Is La Russa still batting the pitcher in the 8th spot, even though there's a DH because he's smarter than you?" I do not believe he's doing that anymore. Is that correct, Greg?
I wouldn't mind if he did that. Our pitchers can hit. Maybe Johnny Cueto can hit. He played in the National League. Maybe he can put. I don't know his hitting stats, but why not at this point?
Well, I admire the passion. I kind of feel bad. You deserve better as a White Sox fan.
Thank you.
I don't know. Is it time for Tony to go? Are they beyond repair? Is it just praying for something to happen at the trade deadline? If they're out of it at the trade deadline, do they start shipping people out? Like, is that it? Or
no, you don't start shipping people out. You just stand pat. I think.
Okay.
And which I mean, that's what they're trending to right now. And there's still assholes out there that are saying it's early. It's not early anymore. It's after fucking Memorial Day. I mean, you could see it week 1 or week 2 trends in this team that were not looking good.
No.
And it hasn't really changed since then. It's they do random shit every night that you don't know what to expect. And that's what makes it hard to watch. I'm like, oh, this game should be a win. No, it will not be a win. Oh, we're going to get our ass kicked that game. Oh, no, they managed to pull it off. You just don't know what the hell's going on. So the White Sox are butt, and I legit need a break for them. I need a break. We're on a break.
We're on a break.
A break.
All right.
This is Ross and Rachel bullshit right now.
We were on a break. Well, I guess that you can go find another team to watch then at this point, right?
I guess. I don't know.
But
I can't watch the Cubs because I don't have that channel like most people.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
My Flames are gone. That was
the hockey playoffs are...
Connor McDavid just destroyed them. Systematically decommissioned that team. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. You know what? We were talking about Obi-Wan earlier, and that's kind of...
You're just going to ride out Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. Give up the sports, turn full nerd fandom right now. So.
Oh, well, I'd say we're already there at that point. I mean, I
know, but like full give
full
up
on
the sports. Like, I can't play sports. So just live like that. I don't know.
Hey, you do you, man. You do you.
The Boys is starting the season.
The Boys, there we go. I'll finally watch this show that Vinny's telling me about.
There you go. Vinny, what's this trivia you have for Greg?
Greg, yes. I was going to say I might have a solution to the Sox second base woes. Okay.
Please.
Wait, you mean it's not Josh Harrison?
This gentleman is, as of this morning, was 5th in hits in all of MLB, and he would be number 6 on the team in weighted runs created plus at 99, and he's currently slashing 289, 339, 360, 699. Who is this gentleman? That
you're not talking about Cesar Hernandez, are you?
I sure am.
Because I know he's doing well.
Yes. As soon as he leaves the White Sox, he does better.
Yes. Yeah, a guy that not just left, they kicked him out.
They kicked him out.
Yeah.
He wanted to stay, and they showed him the door. I don't know if he wanted to stay, but yeah, good with the Indians, bad with the White Sox, good with the Nationals.
Yes. Nationals are garbage, too.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm sorry, Greg, to kind of...
yeah, well, I mean, that's
poor Greg.
That's it right now. So, yeah, the White Sox, they are a huge disappointment right now, and I do not know what to expect. I do not want to say that they will win the division at this point. I don't know really what to expect. I mean, they still should, but we're just playing catch up right now. And the Twins don't want to win it. The Twins are like, we don't give a fuck. We're just in first place just because the rest of you suck. They're not trying to win. No one else wants to fucking win in the division except the White Sox, but they can't do it. So what are we doing here? Why are people watching this team? We have to stop. We need a break. Well,
Greg, the good thing is they can easily make up ground. They got 16 games against the Twins still to play.
That's true.
That's easy ground to make up if they can get their act in order. But like you said,
or it could be a lot worse after that.
That's possible too. That's the problem. That's the problem. We don't know, because if we get Lynn back, who's the next guy to go down? We have injuries, galore. Since what, one third of the season done. I know we've been riding that web, but eventually that's going to wear out. Eventually you have to play baseball properly. They're not doing it.
Is Tim Anderson back yet? He's still hurt after the Cubs series. Yeah, that Cubs White Sox series was a fun one to watch. At least it was competitive, which doesn't always happen.
It's still been pretty good. Cueto was pretty good too. Give you a quality start, give you a chance to win. Couldn't pull it off though. I know Manoah's good, but still, you're supposed to be better. I mean, this lineup is supposed to be something, but the way they're hitting and the way Tony lines them up is just a
I don't know what
show right now.
I don't know what he's doing with his lineup.
I mean, you can bitch about the lineup. I mean, okay, so he builds a little differently. What are the chances? I mean, those guys are going to hit in that lineup anyway. I mean, is that really the end all be all? No. I don't know. In the end, it's really something to bitch about, because that's all we have to do right now, because they're not winning and they're boring. They're not fun. They're not fun to watch. They can't hit. I mean, they just look dead out there. So it's not entertaining. So, I mean, why the hell am I wasting my time? I still love my White Sox. I like the people on the team, but they're like literally a waste of time right now.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, they got the Dodgers coming up, who are, speaking of Darth Vader, they just got swept they got the Rays, and then I think they have the Dodgers. Dodgers just got swept by Pittsburgh. So, they're like Darth Vader raging mad right now, going to take it out on the White Sox. The Rays just, always find a way to win. So it's not, we got some more hardships ahead right now. So.
Yeah. Well, I wish you nothing but the best.
Justin, I know you said that Greg doesn't deserve Tony La Russa, and that's very true. The White Sox fans don't deserve him, but This Jerry deserves all of this.
Jerry Reinsdorf deserves this in spades
right now.
Yeah.
This is all just there. You go, Jerry. This is what you want. This is what you get. And now, unfortunately, the fans are the ones that have to pay the price for it. But this is exactly what Jerry deserves.
Yeah, I thought about that too for sure.
I still remember us, sitting. This was before we had the podcast, obviously, but I remember us in like our little text chain. And who was it? Was it Bob Nightingale from USA Today? Saying, I hear that the White Sox really want to talk to Tony La Russa, and we all laughed, and we said that is the dumbest
Everyone
thing.
Did, yeah.
That is so stupid. He's past his prime. They're not going to do that. They've been putting so much effort into this rebuild. That would completely be a major step backwards. And what do?
Yep.
They bring in Tony La Russa.
Jerry steps in to right a wrong or whatever.
After they knew he had a DUI,
right.
Yeah.
Months or weeks before they hired him, right? Is that what it was? I don't remember what the exact date was, but
I was going to say that's how I learned he was a Hall of Famer. He told us.
He told the police he was a Hall of Famer baseball guy. Was that a Hall of Famer baseball man? I don't remember.
Yeah, Hall of Famer baseball drunk. Him and Mickey Mantle. So
he may be a Hall of Famer baseball man, but he can't craft a lineup to save his life.
I want to root for Tony La Russa. I have no problem doing that, but you can't. What's he doing to help this team win? Nothing.
See, I can't root for him just because I still hold a grudge from his years as a Cardinals manager, and
that's totally fair. And don't root for him because he's a drunken asshole too.
Well, yeah, that too.
Drinks and drives, but I'm looking for a reason. Hall of Fame. Okay, got the credentials, so to speak, and
second most wins, I think, in majors, active,
probably
or all time. I think
all time. Definitely active, and then we just can't make it happen right now. So it's really a
tough one.
It's not enjoyable. It's really truly not enjoyable to watch this team right now. So and just losing interest fast. And I know I'm not the only one. I mean, you gotta stick with it when you can. But I mean, you're like, why? Why?
Why am I putting myself through this?
Exactly.
Well, I feel for you. Should we
Vinny
move on?
Vinny, for a second, I thought you were going to say Yolbert Sanchez, who's the if you don't know who he is, he's the second baseman in Charlotte right now. That's actually he's doing some good things down there.
He's hitting better than Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, but then when you hear that, you're like, oh, is that where the White Sox season has turned to, where we have to rely on this rookie, savior, on a supposedly World Series team to come rescue us? I'm like, that's not a good look either. Guy who's never seen a major league pitch in his life. So we'll see. We
been hearing
will
that
see
a lot though about them call him up because he is hitting well down in.
He is. Hey, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, call him up, man. Right. That might get my interest back. I'll tell you what. That I will watch that, because if he can hit, like, what the hell, what you need some sort of spark. You need some sort of spark, because you don't have it right now. You really don't.
No, you do.
You have just a lot of bad at everything at certain times. So
there's boy, that's it's not good, especially when the aspirations were so high. I mean, it's World Series or bust at this point, right? I mean,
that's what we went into the season saying. Now we're just trying to climb the ladder a little bit. So, not working.
I don't know if I'd say they're definitely not better, but the Cubs haven't. I mean, they.
I don't know. They might be.
they had a rough series against the Brewers, but all the games were competitive. I want to say 2 or 3 of them went to extra innings. I mean, they could have won that doubleheader both games. I mean, they were close. They could have won one of the other games, and they won in extras last night. The exciting thing for me right now, two things. First of all, I know earlier in the week I wrote in our show notes that Keegan Thompson needs to be moved to the pitching rotation already, because he's been lights out as a full-time starting pitcher. And Vinny, you got the update that per the Cubs, he is going to be in the rotation starting for the foreseeable future, because Drew Smyly is now on the IL as well.
Yep.
In addition to Wade Miley, so they are scrambling for pitchers. So throw Keegan Thompson in there. He's shown that he's. I would take him over Justin Steele at this point. That's for sure. In terms of consistency, so that's been exciting. And also Christopher Morel, utility prospect. Really, I guess maybe I'm not following the Cubs as closely as I thought, but I had never even really heard anything about this guy. And then he comes up, and I just double checked for tonight, he has reached safely in his first 16 games as a professional baseball player, which is incredible. And he's just got such a good attitude. The team has been talking about how much they enjoy being around him, and he's just so upbeat and so positive. There was a great piece of video yesterday before he hit the game-winning sacrifice fly. You could tell he was getting a little stressed. He turned around. Wilson Contreras was behind him, and Wilson Contreras just kind of said, "Hey, take a deep breath." And then, he went back out there. He got a sacrifice fly and won the game. So, in addition to Morel, I don't know why Wilson Contreras is still without a contract, but that's neither here nor there. That's not going to change. I don't think. I mean, he could walk on water at this point. I don't think they'd offer him a contract, but I don't know.
Well, they might do a road show with him if he can walk on water.
Can we make more money off of you?
Make off of him. You're not playing baseball anymore, sir. Walk on Lake Michigan.
We need a sideshow entertainment here. We can make more money here than at Wrigley. But Vinny, you mentioned in the show notes that maybe you have a reason to believe. You want to expound on that? What you're thinking?
Yes, Justin, you kind of brought it up a little bit about the games being close, and I've noticed when I've been looking and following on my phone or listening to games that they either seem to score first or they have the lead at some point in the game. So I looked it up in the first 50 games, and actually in tonight's game they scored first, and so they also had the lead at one point during the game. So in their 21 and 29, in the 29 losses, only 10 of them have been blowouts, and blowouts here means non-save situations. I consider those blowouts. And of the 50 games, 33 of the games they've scored first in, so 66% of the games, and 74% of the games they've had the lead at one point. And they both moved up a percentage point. So 67% of the games they scored in that they've played, including tonight's game, and 75% of the games they've had the lead at some point. So they're in games. They're in the majority of their games that they're playing, 3/4 of the games. It just, good teams, contenders find a way to win. Bad teams find a way to lose. They're just not a good team right now.
Correct.
But they're not as bad as people say. I think, maybe they can, some of these younger guys. Plus, they got a ton of injuries. I mean, Clint Frazier just came back from his appendectomy. You said it. Smiley and Wiley are both out on the injured reserve. They got Alzolay out right now. He was supposed to be another big arm. Mills hasn't pitched. Who knows if he's alive?
He's
walking around the cornfield in Iowa somewhere after his spot started.
He was last seen with the Children of the Corn. He's not coming back.
Right?
He's gone.
He heard voices in the cornfield, walked in, came back out. So they've had a lot of weird injuries. Seiya's out after his hot start. He cooled off, and now he's out injured. Madrigal's out. He wasn't doing too well, but
he's back now.
He was back, and he made a great defensive play in the Brewers game, and he also advanced the runner in the inning to set up the game-winning run batted in by Morel. So and Christopher Morel coming up. He's the leadoff guy that the Cubs haven't had since Dexter Fowler.
Yep.
He's making things happen on the when he gets on base, which he seems to do every game he plays. So I think things can get better. They're in a lot of games. It's not like they're just getting pounded every game. And I think that's kind of why I alluded to, last week. Why do people care? I think people are getting invested because they are in these games. They are scoring first. They're giving people reasons to believe, and then they're just getting let down game after game. 29 games they're being let down. So, yeah, and again, 19 games they're in it till the end. So, yeah, I think things can get better. Hopefully,
sure.
I feel like things look brighter. Hopefully, they don't send Wilson away. I think he's the perfect team leader.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of telling because it was him and Rizzo that got in the fight last year. So if they offer him the extension, it's kind of like, big slap in the face to Rizzo, the guy that got in a fight. They, two guys get in a fight, only one gets the extension. But I guess Rizzo did get an extension, and he just turned it down. So I guess maybe it's not all on just Wilson.
Jake just wrote in the chat, just had a walk-off win for the NL leaders. Yes, if you don't know, Jake is a diehard Brewers fan. Jake, thank you for rubbing that in. They were down 3 to the Padres in the 9th, and McCutchen with the go-ahead RBI single for the win. Well, hey, even a broken clock's right twice a day. It's the Brewers' year. What can I say? No, they do have a good team. I can't stand Craig Counsell, but they do have a good team. They have great uniforms this year too, by the way. Great uniforms, great logo. There was one number that I thought, or one stat that I thought was hysterical. I'm trying to find it on my phone, that involved the recent acquisitions that the Cubs have had. They're trading last season. Did you know Chris Bryant, Javi Baez, and Anthony Rizzo this year have cumulatively put up a .3 WAR this entire season? So there you go.
Not good.
Not good. I'm guessing that's all because of Rizzo having a good year or two.
Yeah, Javi's been really bad.
Javi's really bad.
Chris has just not played, and he wasn't great when he was playing.
Yeah.
Rizzo's been bad this past month. He's been bad, too. So,
yes. He started off real hot.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Which was interesting because he usually started off so bad every season. Like April was just a complete crapshoot. Like you could just write off the entire month that you weren't going to get any production from him. So it's interesting to see. But I found all the quotes from this story coming up as we transition to just going around the MLB. This whole Tommy Pham and Jock Peterson fantasy football story gets weirder each day. So I'm going to read these quotes if you guys will oblige me here. If you don't know, was this last week, the Giants and the Nationals? Is that where's Tommy Pham at these days? I don't even know.
Cincinnati,
sorry. Oh, God, I don't know. Nobody wants to go there.
No.
The Giants were out doing they were doing batting practice, and Tommy Pham just comes up and just hauls off and slaps Jock Peterson in the face, if I'm not mistaken. And then the benches they almost had like a bench clearing brawl during batting practice. So everyone was wondering what the heck happened. Why is this happening? So here's the quotes. Now, I'm not saying Jock Peterson is innocent, but I'm going to give him more the benefit of the doubt on this one. But here we go. This is from Jock Peterson. He's the slappee in this instance. We were in a fantasy football league together, he and Tommy Pham. I put someone on the injured reserve list when they were listed as out, and I added another player. Then there was a text in the group saying I was cheating because I was stashing players on my bench. I'm assuming that came from Tommy Pham. And then I looked up the rules and sent a screenshot of the rules saying that if a player is ruled out, you can put them on the IR. That's all I was doing. It just so happened that he, in quotes, I'm assuming Tommy Pham again, had a player, Jeff Wilson, that was out, and he was on IR, and he was literally doing the same thing. And then he says he was in 2 leagues. In 1 league, he was in the IR, and 1 he wasn't, so maybe Tommy Pham had some confusion. It doesn't stop there, though. For some reason, Tommy Pham's response to this was, there's too much money on the line, and he was messing with my money. I'm a big dog in Vegas. I'm a high roller in many casinos.
Okay.
Absolutely brutal.
It's also important to keep in mind that Tommy Pham has had many, many, many run-ins with other players or other organizations. And I believe it was last season or 2 seasons ago with the Padres, he was bragging on social media that he was stabbed in the back at a strip club. And he was out for quite a while due to a stabbing at a strip club, which is...
What in the hell are you doing?
So, and then it goes on. Apparently, Mike Trout was the commissioner of this league. Tommy Pham then said, Trout did a terrible job, man. Pham laughing. Trout is the worst commissioner in fantasy sports because he allowed a lot of stuff to go on and he couldn't solve it at all. I don't want him to be the effing commissioner. I've got other stuff to do. Trout didn't want to do it. We put it on him, so it's kind of our fault because we made him a commissioner.
What is this guy doing?
What? How much do you think the buy-in for this league is? 10 grand? 15 grand?
I don't
think
know.
it's higher? I mean, Tommy Pham, I looked up, he's only got a $6 million contract, so it can't be too crazy, but he is a high roller, so...
Apparently, he seems like a whack.
He sounds like a Tony La Russa, I'm an important baseball guy, like right up there in that regard. He sounds like a loon. He is insane.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Plus, Cincinnati's the only team that really wanted him, and they're not trying to do anything out there. So, yeah, I know we brought up fantasy football before. I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with that. No. Really? Do you guys?
No, if he's injured and you can put him on the
all the time. I staff players all the time.
Right.
Yeah. Why would you not do that?
Yeah.
Tommy Pham just seems like, and then to go up, and supposedly they had not talked since the text message of last fantasy football season, or last football season. So however many months ago was what, February? That's 5 months ago. This is why I'm not a math teacher.
He's been waiting to do that.
And then he just walked up and slapped him.
Exactly. He was waiting for the right
planning
moment.
this for a while.
Yeah, it's been like growing. The seed was planted, and it's just, blooming right now. So yeah, that's all I got for baseball. But Vinny, you also went and saw a minor league game. You want to tell us about that?
Real quickly, I was just going to say that I realized that dude was a loon last year after he got stabbed at the strip club.
Yeah.
And he said that his doctor told him that the only reason he survived is because he's so muscular.
Right.
He's got a lot of back muscles, apparently.
Yeah. Okay.
Lower back. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But yes. Okay. I digress. Yeah. Shout out to the Beloit Sky Carp. 2 weeks ago, we went out there for a game on Sunday. It was a really nice stadium. Really great game. Everybody was friendly there. Got a couple. The players were throwing foul balls to the kids that were out on the little grassy knoll that they have out there in the foul territory. And yeah, the kids got to run the bases at the end of the game, which was pretty cool. There were a lot of kids out there running around, and yeah, it was a great time. They don't have their Sky Carp mascot. They're still using the snapping turtle one. So
cool. Well, that's cool.
There, you're still going to see the snapping turtle. I'm guessing that the Sky Carp costume is probably somewhere out in the Bay of California somewhere.
Yep.
Waiting to be brought in and processed. So, but yeah, great game. If you guys are ever in Beloit, go check out the Sky Carp. It's a fun time.
Nice.
We'll have to eventually all get out there, and now that we have some minor league pull with the Pelicans and stuff, maybe we can try and get them to let us broadcast a show from the Sky Carp. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. Alrighty, guys, that does it for this hour-long segment of Baseball and Whatever. If you enjoyed what you were listening to and would like to check out the second half of our show, which is our Whatever segment, where we talk about sometimes other sports, video games, movies, TV, Bond, Star Wars, video games, I don't know, anything else we're interested in. A lot of top 5 lists. Be sure to search on YouTube, search Baseball and Whatever. Feel free to throw a subscribe our way. We would love that. You can also find us on your podcast app of choice by just searching Baseball and Whatever. We are on all the major ones as well as all the minor ones, because that's how we roll around here. And if you want to reach us, you can tweet us at Baseball and What. You can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/baseball and whatever. You can also email us at baseballandwhatever@gmail.com or baseballandwhateverpodcast@bellyupsports.com. And probably the easiest, most fun way to get hold of us is our text line / voicemail line, which is 913-808-3278. That number again is 913-808-HEART. There you go. Vinny, you got anything to add?
Nope, I am good.
You're good. You're all cleaned out. That's excellent. Good to hear. And Greg, what do you want to add?
I got nothing. I had a lot of fun with you guys, and we should do that sometime.
Sounds great. Let's do it.